Hi everyone from Prospeedflying school. Today we are making the updated video tutorial on the ski launches. There are three main types of launches with skis. First is summer style launch when the wing is above you on the slope. Second one is the French type launch when the wing is down the slope. And also there is launching in stronger winds. First of all, summer style launch works only in perfect conditions when you have flat terrain to get ready and you don't have any downwind, because otherwise if you're trying to put your wing above you on the slope, it will be just blown on your skis, on your bindings, and you can't launch. But it is the easiest type of launch to do. Taking the down slope riser, putting above, separating and twisting. Check that your wing tips are not caught with the lines. Let's check the lines one more time for the tension knot. Always trying to separate the toggle and the lines. Going under the riser. Try not to pull the wing, otherwise you will drag it down. Toggles. And you're launching. Our main type of launch is when the wing is down the slope. We call it French launch. French people call it just a launch. It works nice because after you took the wing from your back, you can throw it down the slope and get ready with your stuff. Also, it works good on the steep terrain and with downwind. First of all, when you came on the launching location, you should choose the direction of your skis, which side to stay on the slope. We choose it according to the wind direction. Even if it's blowing from a tail, like downwind, sometimes it's turned a little bit on the side. And you should place your skis against this direction. So now we have wind a little bit going from there. You are at your takeoff place. You choose the direction according to the wind and your inflation path, so there are no obstacles for you. You are taking the wing from your back. You are throwing it down on the slope to make the line tensed to see and to get ready. At this point you check all your harness and risers and carabiners. Everything works nicely. Check your buckles for the ice inside. In winter it's quite important. Check your leg straps and set up your trimmers for your tasks. Now you should prepare your risers according to your body position. You have right and left riser, which are actually uphill riser and downhill riser. You're taking your uphill riser and putting it above another one, and you're separating your right and left with your fingers. Going to the wing. If you have some line twists, you should get rid of them to make it separated, and also your nose is looking up. After you did this, you're checking the lines to be in the center of the wing, not going on the side like this. So you put them inside, you take away a little bit the wing tips. You take them in both hands and you're ready to throw it away down the slope, and your wing is ready for the launch. At this point you can check your lines. You should make sure that you don't have any tension knots and everything is attached properly. We never unclip our wing between the flights. It saves us a lot of time, but it's better to check everything one more time. You should have the little bit of 3D imagination to imagine how your wing will be in flight. So this is my left riser and I can see that the front risers are above everything. With another riser it's the same. You imagine how it will be in flight and you can see that the front riser is again above everything. Check your toggles, take a look on the lines not to have any tension knots, Now you are going under your uphill riser. For this you should be a little bit closer to your wing and bend your body downslope, otherwise you will catch the lines with your backpack. After you did this, you make one step back, not to let your lines be trapped into your ski bindings. After this you take your toggles, hands under the risers, check everything and twist. You can always adjust your distance between wing and you. Keep your hands a little bit up to keep your lines away from the bindings again. And you're ready for the launch. Now you're choosing your inflation path. It should be a nice wide turn. Don't go straight down the slope, otherwise you will turn your wing nose down the slope. You're making the final check of your equipment. Usually it's leg straps and the carabiners, and also you make sure that nothing caught the lines. Usually it's a backpack or the harness. When you're ready to launch, you should keep in mind two main things. First one is the control of outside of the wing. Our left riser is uphill riser and our left side of the wing will be outside on the inflation. You should start controlling your outside wingtip when you are going around the wing, not when you start inflating it. It will be too late. Straight from the ground you pull in a little bit more and controlling it from turning around and going nose down the slope, or from inflation sideways when it can drag you away from the slope. The next important thing is the overshooting control. When you start inflating and the wind goes from the ground, you already start to pull your toggles to stop it from going forward and collapsing. On the steep terrain with more speed, this input will be quite aggressive, sometimes down to almost the stalling point, without stalling for sure. But on the flatter terrain with less speed, it will be very gentle. There is one more important moment, especially on the steep terrain, where you're going down and speeding up quite aggressively. If you have any problems with your wing at this moment, they will happen quite fast and it will be hard to control them. So you should control your speed with just normal pizza style, it's the easiest way, or you can do the longer traverses if you have enough space on the terrain. Third type of launch is launching in stronger winds. Before any type of ski launch you should have very good summer style ground handling skills, and for sure your wing should be checked and clipped in at home. It will be very useful to develop the way to put your wing in a fast bag, so it is always the same. The lower riser goes above another one, as in the summer launch. Check your lines for the line twists while your wing is still in the fast bag. It will stop it from the unexpected inflations. Now you can take the wing out of the fast bag, keep it pressed into the snow to avoid inflations. You still can turn it around to put it in a proper position with the nose up, but always keep the pressure to stop it from the inflating. In this moment, you take your toggles and put your hands in. With stronger winds, catch a moment with a calmer face, open a little bit the nose of your wing and be ready to control it with your toggles. In lighter winds, you just leave your wing on the snow, nose up, and skip backwards to initiate the inflation. And now you need to decide, do you have enough skills and experience to fly with this wind on this terrain? That's all for today. Don't forget to practice all the preparation at home. It will save you a lot of time on the slope. Fly safe and see you in the mountains.